I'm Oliver Heath, an eco-designer and working with Andrex Eco to promote sustainable living. And this is my 1960s house, which I've completely refurbished, making it more energy efficient, cheaper to run, warmer, and I think more beautiful. Now, whilst this is upcycling on a grand scale, there's loads of little things that you can do every day that can make a huge difference. Come and take a look. Research shows that 40% of us Brits would like to be more eco-friendly, but we think it's too expensive. In reality, it's just about being more conscious of the basic resources that we use every day. Take hot water, for example. We pay to buy it, we pay to heat it, and we pay to get rid of it. So the less we use, the more we save. And nowhere is this more relevant than in the bathroom. There are lots of ways that you can cut your water use in the bathroom by up to a third, whether it's by using a dual flush toilet, low flow shower head, aerated taps in the basin, or even fitting one of these things, a shower timer, to help you cut the average length of your shower from 7 minutes down to just 4. Another good tip to create eco bathrooms is to think about recycling. Whether that's using recycled products like Andrex Eco, even remembering to use 2 bins, one for conventional waste, the other for recycling packaging like toilet roll tubes and plastic bottles. With their hard surfaces and clean lines, bathrooms can often feel a little bit sterile. But by using upcycled materials like these French chateau shutter doors or a vintage mirror, you can go a long way to create a room that has character and identity. So what is upcycling? Well, upcycling is the art of taking products or materials whose useful life has expired and finding creative ways to give it a new lease of life. And it can be anything, from whole walls of upcycled timber, to mirror frames made out of old teapots, to the little things, like creating candles out of vintage bone china teacups. So think about it. What could you upcycle to add value in your home? It's smart, stylish, and sustainable. Alison Jane Reid from Ethical Hedonist has 3 questions. Firstly, what are your top 3 tips for transforming a room using upcycling ideas? Well, firstly, upcycled materials are quite often from a kind of waste source. So I think it's quite important to frame them in some way, either to put them on a plinth to make them special, but also just to surround them with an air of calm, to give them a little bit of space so that they show themselves up nicely. Imagine putting something in a museum, just presenting it beautifully is really important. And lastly, just get creative. You know, there's no way you should worry about making mistakes. Just enjoy yourself and be creative and make brilliant, beautiful things. Second question, if you had a budget of £100 for a sitting room or a bathroom makeover, where would you go and what would you do? Okay, so this is all about how and where would you spend your money. Now, £100 is very different if you go to a shop. If I was to go to a shop, I may get a little side table, but if I was to go to a market, then I could have a lot of fun with £100. I could probably buy a side table, an old lamp, a throw, some cushions, possibly even a chair or a sideboard. So it really depends where you want to spend your money. I'd say go to a boot sale, go to a market and buy smart. And the third question is, what's the most exciting eco-trend or innovation in interior design? Well, for me, it's all about new materials and about the way we're using things. And what I'm really interested in at the moment is nanotechnology. And that's the science of very, very, very small things. And when I say small, it's the comparison of the size of the world and a hazelnut. That's how small a piece of nanotechnology is. Now, they're using nanotechnology in all sorts of ways as additives to the materials that we're seeing and using all the time. They can drop them into paint so that the paints then become heat reflective. So we then get insulating paints for walls. We're also seeing waterproof materials and nanotechnologies that can actually take toxins out of the air. So watch this space for very, very tiny nanotechnologies. It's an exciting little world down there.